everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Flashback Friday. And now we're going to move on to Go to the class for the toss. So far this week I've won $52,000, including that $51,000 jackpot computer squares. The jackpot next week is going to go back down to $10,000, but for right now we're going to play Go to the class for the toss. See if I can add to that. Yeah, my last Friday as a 32-year-old before I turned 33 on Monday. All the same age, all the same level. So I'm going up against a little bit Empire 2 for this week. So let's see if I can add to my $52,000 from computer squares. Alright, I'm up first. My first question is a red dust question. If I get it right, I'm going to the head of the class, and my money will double. And this language question is for 50 points, so $50. So let's see how I do in this one. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, the English alphabet. Let's go all the way to the front. One, two, three. So I'm now up to $100. And the computer gave its first wrong answer of the game. Alright, for $50, here's the next question. Complete the proverb. When the cat's away, the mice come out and play. Yes, that's another $50 in the bank. So now I'm up to $150. Okay. Next was, we now have a science question worth $50. Let's see what it is. On Earth, there are two large areas of earthquake activity. They're called earthquake belts. Got that one right for $50. So now I'm up to 200. Fire 2 is up next. Alright, back to us. Alright, for $50, here's the next science question. In times of sorrow, what do your lacrimal glands produce? They produce tears. Yes. Got me another $50 in that one. Just made it to the front of the science class. Back to us. For $50, here's our next question. What planets are between Earth and the Sun? Mercury and Venus. Alright, I'm out of science. On to arts and music, and I have $300. Alright, so both the computers gave wrong answers. Back to me. For $100, here's our next Arts and Music question. If you tickle the ivories, you're doing what? Playing piano. Alright, got that one right for $100. Next one. What kind of painter was Vincent van Gogh? I think it was a cubist. No, an impressionist. Okay, I'm not worried. Okay. Fire 2 just made it to Arts and Music, which means Little Bit's gonna lose all of her money because she's the last girl out of science. You know, I'm good at Arts and Music. Let's stick with that one. Alright. For $100, complete the name of this American folk artist. Grandma Moses. Yeah. It's Grandma Moses. Back to us. I'm gonna stick with Arts and Music. Alright. What are the lyrics of a song? They're called a word. Let's add another $100 to the score. And I'll have another chance at going to the other class if I get my next math question right. Okay, back to us. Alright, let's see if I can beat right to the punch with this math question. What is the sum of 2 7 plus 4 7? That would be 4 7? Got that one right. Alright guys, come up to $1,600. Now to my next math question. I'm gonna watch how many times does it take for a minute hand, a long hand to get to from 6 to 9. So I'm gonna say 15 minutes. $100 more into the bank. Man, a little bit still stuck in a science class. But I just made the history. Alright. What is the collective name for the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? That would be the Bill of Rights. So this got that one for $150. I'm going to head out of the class again, so I'm doubling up to $3,700. Alright, so it's catching up to me. Ooh, but little bitch just lost all her money again. Back to us. Which state was called Stewart Dice Box and Johnson's Polar Bear Garden? Alaska? Got another $150 out of that one. And I'll have another chance to double my money with my literature question coming up. Alright, so I'll be at $8,000 if I get this literature question right. Here we go. Which Hans Christian Andersen tale tells the child blunt out honestly, but he has nothing on? Emperor's New Clothes? Alright, so now that brings me up to $8,000. Killing it, guys. Alright, back to us. What time is it? A dollar. I believe it's a 10 o'clock dollar. Got that one right for $150 more. And I just made the geography. A little bit is catching up. And buyer 2 is just one subject behind me. And he gives another wrong answer. And here we are going for $200 in geography and another chance to double our wins again. In which country would you find countries in Clare, Limerick, Kerry, and Galway? That would be Ireland. $20 more, and we're doubling the money again. So now we're at $16,700. We're back to us. Alright, here we go. What are the names for the vast treeless plains between the Atlantic Ocean and the Andes Mountains in Argentina? The lowlands? Oh no, it's the Pampas. Let's do the sale question. Alright, and this one's going to be for $400. That would be false. Worker ants do not have the largest in a colony. Worker ants are not the largest in a colony. Alright, $400 on that one. I just made the final exam. Okay. So I'm 3 correct answers away from winning the game. Let's see if I can pull off a win. Alright, for $200. Name the rock star who appeared briefly in the 1985 film Back to the Future. That would be Huey Lewis. Okay, plus how many items are there in 2.5 dozen? So there are 12 items in a dozen. So half of that would be, so half a dozen would be 6, so 30. Alright, got that one right. So I'm now 1 correct answer away from winning the game. So Byers is behind, but I'm 1 away from winning. Alright, here we go, guys, for the game. What are you really using if you're using your noodle? That would be your brain. Oh, we just used our noodle on that one. Alright, so we win $17,700 on Go Today as a class. That's $52,000 from Computer Squares. So we're up to $69,700, and we're going to be right back with Blockbusters for Commodore 64 right after this.